week on our latest dig out project. We got quite a bit of an update for you guys. Can't wait to show you. But first things first, you'll notice we installed a railing out here just for some extra safety. I mean, personally, I'd be surprised if anyone fell in this hole, considering it's only, I don't know, 2 feet. But you always want to play it safe, I guess. So we got this all prepped up right here. So along the path, and it's also because we do have other contractors working with us in this project, so you know, we don't want to be liable for those guys falling in the hole that we dug. So we went ahead and put this railing up, but it's pretty noisy down there, so I'll probably do a voiceover on the footage instead of commentating right now. So I'll catch you guys in there with the voiceover. So hopping in here with the voiceover, it is super loud in these dig outs. It's like you're in a concert just with all the noise going on. So this is going to be way easier for you to understand me and what I'm saying. But you can see that big pile of dirt, that's what they've been working towards on those big footer walls. Cutting around over here, they started doing the little footers on this side. So you can see that A, B pattern once again. You can see they got this one nice and dug down. So that's what it looks like, and that concrete fills that L shape. So that's the shape of the footer right there. So that's actually a really good illustration of what a footer looks like. That shape. So making our way back around here, you can see, since we have so much space, we just have plenty of room to put excess material, all the stuff, all that stuff, trash even. And then usually when we're done, we'll go around and clean up the job site at the end of the day. But it gets pretty messy during the heat of the moment. Coming over here, you can see those big footer walls I was talking about last week. These are roughly, I want to say 5 feet tall, maybe a little shy of 5 feet. But you can see the size of those bad boys compared to the little ones right there, and that just mountain of dirt on the right side. So making our way back over here, most of the work was happening on that side. This side's been done. You've seen that last week. Pretty much what you were seeing them do last week was the finishing touches over here. So there's really only one footer over here that needs to be completed, and this says corner one right here. But besides that, this side's pretty much almost done in terms of footer work and all that structural stuff. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff going on here. So cutting in here real quick, I want to show just how nice the soil is on the jobs that we do, and this is primarily why we use the hand tools, just because it's really easy to manipulate and just move around with shovels, wheelbarrows, all this stuff. So you can see here, he's just cutting through that stuff super easy, or just like butter, honestly. And this thing just makes short work of breaking up all this dirt so you can shovel it. But I thought this was really cool to see. It's really nice when I show up during the actual working day, because then you can actually see the guys doing the labor and exactly what they're doing. So this was a cool little catch, and I wanted to share this with you guys just as a little insight on the project. But with that said, we're going to jump into the time lapse here, and here we go. Alright, so hopping in the time lapse here. Primarily all the work's happening where the camera is right now, where you see the quick creep bags. That's really where the majority of the work was happening this week. It was just on those big footer walls. So a lot of excavation, a lot of concrete pouring, rebar, all that stuff. So I'm going to be in and out of here a little bit less frequently, just because I don't think there's as much to talk about. But if I do see something interesting that I want to point out to you guys, I'm going to hop in here and discuss it with you. So right here you can see that they moved the quick creep bags. So this is the luxury of space that you have on these jobs. So now that they're working in this corner, they're able to move their little logistics center over to that back wall, since they just finished pouring the footers over there. And now they're able to work in this corner while having plenty of room to move around. And this camera angle is going to do a better job of showing you that. So here you can see them just digging all this dirt out, shoving it onto the excavator and pumping it out. And it's crazy because all that huge pile was probably from 2 of those footer holes right there. The amount of dirt that gets compacted, and once you start breaking it up, it expands in volume once you break it up. So it's kind of crazy to see just how much dirt and material you get out of one small little footer hole that's only 5 feet wide and a foot deep. So cutting back over here, you can see there's kind of work going on everywhere right now. You got guys in the back room, you got guys over there, you got guys close to the wall. So this is a pretty busy job site, all things considered. And it's super nice too, because since it's so open, this is able to happen. You can have all these crews in different areas working without getting in each other's way. While on our smaller jobs that we have, it's more of a headache because you can really only fit 3 people down there, and even 3 people are getting in each other's way. So having a job like this, super nice, and I'd dare to say luxurious, honestly. So you can see here all that dirt that they just piled up from those footers. It comes out of nowhere, honestly. Like I was saying, once you break that just condensed material up, it just expands to like twice the size. You can see that huge wall of quickcrete right there. The amount of quickcrete we go through just makes me laugh every time. It's incredible. And we got a question why we don't use concrete mixers on the last week's video, and it was a great question. Instead we use wheelbarrows. And really it's just a crew preference kind of thing, because we do have concrete mixers. We've used them previously, but it really just depends on the crew that we have on the job. It's personal preference. They're about the same in terms of just like speed and stuff like that, but it really is like if you have a guy who's always used a concrete mixer, he's going to be faster on a concrete mixer versus if you have a guy who's always done the wheelbarrow and shovel technique. It really just depends. So that was a great question. Just thought I'd answer that real quick for you. And if you do have any questions like that, or you're confused on any part of these videos or anything that I say, be sure to drop a comment below. I'd love to just respond in a video or even down in the comments. So yeah, just drop a comment if you have any questions. So switching back here, you can see they're putting the forms up for these footers, and you can see a little bit of that blue vapor barrier back there. So it's the same process on all these jobs. You put your vapor barrier, you dig the hole, you put your vapor barrier in, you do your rebar, you make your forms, you pour the footer, boom, all is said and done. So a super just like straight and easy process, which is super nice because the guys are just so used to these jobs that they're super quick with what they do, which is awesome. And you can see here they have that big like AC unit in the middle of the room right there. It's on the left now that we switched angles. But the one downside with working with other contractors and other businesses is it can slow down your thing because we're just still waiting on people to take that out of here. So that can put a little bit of a hindrance on our projects. But luckily this one is so big and everything's on the outside wall and that's on the inside. We're able to continue working without really too much delay, which is awesome on this job. So this job is going super smooth, all things considered. We have a few other jobs that we've been doing that are just hitting some roadblocks here and there, and it's kind of frustrating. But this one, it's like butter. So cutting back here, they're taking the forms off now. Now that the concrete's all cured. So hopefully we're going to be able to see that here pretty soon. I know that they had them taken off when I came over to film, so we'll see if that was the day of or if they were able to pull those off a few days before. You can see that dirt pile starting to grow on the left side there. We're going to see it better here from this angle. But like I said, they start digging out these small little holes and just dirt piles up out of nowhere. It's amazing to me. But with that said, this is going to bring us to the final part of the time lapse. I'll catch you guys with some more footage. So the guys just cleared out to go to lunch, so that gives me some time to explain while it's nice and quiet. But you can see here something that I've been wanting to show you guys is just how nice the soil quality is here in Denver. So when the guys are digging out, you've seen how easy it was for him to just cut through this soil and just make this nice little cutaway right here. And that's just one of the benefits of the Denver soil and having this like super nice clay, soft soil, is that these digouts are pretty easy in terms of hand tools. So you're using a shovel or the drill that he was using, whatever it may be, it's super easy to just brute force your way through this. And you might notice too, we have another hole here. There's not really any big rocks that get in your way that might fuck up your flow or mess you up a little bit. It's just nice and smooth all the way down. So this is great stuff. Like, I mean, the big chunks that you see over here in this pile, that's just pre-existing concrete that the guys tore out. Like even this right here, this big block right here, that's just clay that I break. So the soil conditions here are super nice. And if you're thinking about doing a dig out yourself, I'd go ahead and just really base it off of the soil conditions that you have around your home. Because if you have anything like we have, oh, it makes your life so much easier in terms of doing this dig out process. So I just want to cut in here real quick and share that with you guys. It's a nice little tip to you all and some good information in terms of how important the soil is to a good fast dig out.